Well, welcome to St Twynwell's loco shed. So as I've mentioned on my website, this is the new layout, or the new routes which I'm making purely for my own interest, purely for my own enjoyment. I'm not going to be releasing it, but I am using it to showcase new models, and as well as old ones. And for this video, I want to introduce the Atbara class of 440 locomotives, and I've actually modelled 8 different versions. As you can see, they're all on shed here, and of the 8 different types, I'll just go through them. The Atbara class, which is the 41XX, or originally 31XX class, had about 4 groups within it, and these were the Badmintons, the Atbaras, the Cities, and the Flowers. And so I've not modelled any of the City group, because City of Truro, real one preserved of course, and is well represented on the in Trainz by that wonderful model that's available still on the DLS. So what have I modelled? Well, the first locomotive to have a look at is Badminton itself, which is the prototype locomotive, and as you can see, it's this one here, 3292. Now all of this class have the same driving wheels, same bogies, some variations in the tender, but otherwise also there's variations in the cabs, the lining out, and in the boilers and fireboxes, and indeed in the tenders. So this is the very first one, Badminton, and they all have the same engine specs, and she represents the first of that first group of that are overall known as the Atbaras. And the second one in this group is Earl Cawdor. You'll notice, by the way, on Badminton she's got a number plate but no name plate, either on the cab or on the splasher there. So this is a variant within that first group, Earl Cawdor. Now Earl Cawdor was a bit of a one-off and didn't remain in this with this look, but she's got a Great Eastern Railway style cab and a very big boiler, as you can see. So this was an experimental variant, and I thought it was worth modelling her 3297 just for those features alone. And then if we zoom back nearer to the shed, I'm just looking for the third one, which represents this first group of the first of the 4 groups of Atbaras, and this is Waterford. And I've included her because it was the return to the familiar GWR cab, and she's lined out, and she has a lovely lined out tender as well, so I thought that looked rather nice, so I thought yes, we'll have that. So that's the first of the 4 groups. The second of the 4 groups is represented by, if I can find it, here it is, hiding away behind, Atbara. That's the namesake of the group, and they've returned to the familiar GWR cab, and it's a parallel boiler, large firebox though, as you can see there, unlined, but she does have the old style lettering on the tender, on her tender, and there's a separate tender for each one of these locomotives, and if you download them from my website, then you get the tender obviously with the loco. So 3373, she's the namesake for the whole class, and these locos, most of them have the original 32, 33, 31 to XX numbering, which includes 32 and 33. And I'm just looking there, just trying to see, yes, and the second in this second group with this distinctive cab mounted nameplate, and you'll see that on Atbara, and also on the second one here, Terrible. And Terrible was named after, Atbara was named after a battle in the Sudan, and Terrible was named after an armoured cruiser which was used by Britain during the Boer War. But nevertheless, I thought it was worth including her just because she has a slightly different looking tender, and a slightly different look to the loco overall. And the third in this second group is Ophir 3408, and she looks fairly similar to Terrible, but the dimensions are slightly different. And you'll see, by the way, that after the first of the group, Badminton, they were all domeless boilers in this group. So that's the second, three representing the second group. I've not made any to represent the third group, which is the city of this, city of that, city of Truro, of course. And so the fourth group, which I've modelled a couple of examples, are the flower class, allegedly named after flowers that Churchwood found in his garden in Swindon, but there you go, you can believe that or not. And so I've done the unlined version with Campanula, rather a nice looking logo, and now we're into the 41XX numbering, and also 4107 Cineraria, which is the fully lined version, including the lined out tender, which looks rather elegant, I think. So that's as I say, they've all got the same engine specs, they've all got much the same look to them, and performance, of course, but it gives you the opportunity to run 8 Atbara class from 3 different classes. And if you want to include City of Truro on your particular loco shed stud, then by all means, and these I hope will complement that lovely model which is available on the download station, as I've said before. So there we are, those are the Atbaras, and I'm releasing those 1st of September, and you're very welcome to download them and to give them a run on your layout. And as I say, this is now at the St Twinels loco shed. That's a loco shed that I made some years back now, but it is my model. I'm pretty sure that it's mine. Yeah. And so I thought that was appropriate for St Twinels. St Twinels station is actually up here, and there's nothing else. As you can see, it's very early days for this demonstration route which I'm building, and I'm only just getting the track in, and I would say that some of the track needs a bit of sorting out as well. I'm not too keen on that crossover there. So this will all gradually change. Some of the models here are of course just from the download station, so like telegraph poles. That's my loco coaling plant, modelled on the original GWR plans and also the photographs of the one at Didcot, and you can see there it's connected up with a head shunt. And we've got a number of other sidings. There's a lamp hut, which I think, yes, certainly that was downloaded from DLS. But the yard lamps, those are mine. Great Western Railway yard lamps, you can download those if you wish. And this is one of my turntables, which are without the pit, and so that's just designed to sit on top of the terrain, and you can just set it out like that. These over here are other people's models, other content creators' models, which I'm sort of thinking of bringing in. You can see there bits and pieces of housing. So it's very early days on this model, but you can see here, this is the line from St Twinels going back. That's the line that goes down to a harbour, and then we have a junction here, triangular junction, and oh dear, some wonky track, and that's as far as we've got there on that. And similarly on this branch line, you can see it only goes a short distance, and it's going to be a double track branch line to another terminus, which I'm going to call Boshiston. And as you'll see if you read my on my web page, these names all come from a little area south of the line from Tenby to Pembroke in Southwest Wales, in Pembrokeshire, but they're meant to be just anywhere. I just like the names. So there we are, those are the Atbara class, and you're very welcome to download them. I hope you enjoyed this short video, and I'm hoping to post a lot more in the future after a long gap of posting videos, and to introduce other new models which I've created and which you can download for Trainz railsim.